So last time we finished P8, how to solve equation, and we finished also 1.4, the quadratic equation. Today we're going to go over 1.6, solving other types of equations. So 1.6, solving other of equations. First things, we're going to go over the polynomial equations. Any polynomial equation. So polynomial equation. So the polynomial equation, for example, I will start explain this by example. So example, solve the equation, the polynomial equation by factoring way. So the example is x to the power 5 equal 9x. So how we can solve polynomial equation looks like this. What is the first step here? Anyone give me the idea how we can starting solving equation like this? Any idea?
By passing the 9x to the other side, minus 9x to the third on each side.
Yes, exactly. So when we see something like that, polynomial equation, first things we have to move everything to one side and the other side keep it as 0. So to move the 9x to the power 3 to this side, we have to subtract from both sides 9x to the power 3. So we're going to get x to the power 5 minus 9x cubed equals 0. Now, how we can factor these things? What is the greatest common factor between the first term and the second term?
You can factor out x to the third.
X to the third, yes. So we can factor it as x to the third. We open parentheses equals 0. What is inside the parentheses? After we find the greatest common factor between the first term and the second term is x to the third, what does we have to put inside the parentheses?
So x squared.
X squared. Okay.
Minus 9.
Minus 9, yes. So the factor for these things is x to the power 3 times x squared minus 9. Okay. Now, x squared minus 9, this is difference of square, right? What is the factor for x squared minus 9? here?
X plus 3 and x minus 3.
Yes. So let me remind you here, the difference of square, if I have something like that, a square minus b square, this is equal a minus b times a plus b. So here x square minus 9 is actually look like x square minus 3 to the power 2. Then we use this property, the difference of square. So we get x to the power 3 times x minus 3 times x plus 3 equals 0. Any questions so far? How we find the factor for x squared minus 9? Okay. Now, by using the property is called the zero product property. From last time I said the zero product property says if I have a times b equals 0, so if I have a times b equals 0, then this is mean a equals 0 or b equals 0. This property is called zero product property. So now we use this property for these things, the red one. So when we're going to use this property to the red one, to the red line here, it means the first one equals 0, or the second one equals 0, or the third term equals 0. Okay? So this is mean x to the power 3 equals 0, or x minus 3 equals 0, or x plus 3 equals 0. Now we have here x to the power 3 equals 0. This is mean x equals 0. Why? Because we take the third root for both sides and then they give me x equals 0. For the second one is a linear equation like B8, previous section. And this one also linear equation. So what's the solution for the second one and the third one? So again, 3 equals 0. So here x, I said x equals 0. This is the first solution. Here x, like Christopher, he said x equal 3. Why? Because we add 3 for both sides. When I add 3 here, I cancel the 3. Or x equal minus 3. Why? Because I subtract 3 from the both sides. It's a linear, simple linear equation. So the answer will be x equal 3. This is the first solution. Or x equal 0, or x equal 3, or x equal minus 3. So I have 3 solutions for this one. How can I check the answer? Just plug this number inside the formula, the polynomial equation. So now let me check the answer. Check the answer by plugging x equals 0 inside the equation, the polynomial equation. Same things for x equal 3, and same things for x equal minus 3. So my equation here, it's x to the 5 equal 9x to the 3. So my equation, x to the power 3, x to the 5, I mean, minus, I subtract 9x to the 3 equals 0. So let me plug the 0, the first solution inside this polynomial equation. So first one, 0 to the 5 minus 9, 0 to the third. They give me 0 minus 9 times 0 is 0. They give me 0. So this is the solution. This is true. Okay. So this is solution. Second one, the same things. We plug the x equal 3 inside the equation. And what they give me? 3 to the 5 minus 9 to the 5. 3 to the 5 to the 3. And they give me 3 to the 5 is 3 times 2 is 32. Is 32? What is 3 to the 5? What is 3 to the 5? Exactly, 243. 243 minus 3 times 3 times 3 minus 9 to the 9 times 3 to the 3 is the same things, 243, and they give me 0. So the second one is a solution 2, and the same things for x equal minus 3. So again, minus 3 to the 5 minus 9 minus 3 to the 3. They give me the same things, 0. So this is mean both of the three solutions are solution for this polynomial equation. Any question for this one? Okay, let me go over another types of equation. Okay, let's go back to the slide 1. Okay, other types of equation here have an equation involving fractional expression. So I started for this example last time, but I did not finish it. I'm going to go over this example again. 3 over x minus 2 over x minus 3 equal minus 12 over x squared minus 9.
You know, with other people, who claims to live in the apartment, and then, if anything, I'll find you.
Okay.
But Clarence.
So to solve something like that, again, last time I said I have to move this fraction to this side by adding 12 over x squared minus 9 for both sides. Okay, so by adding here 12 over x squared minus 9 plus 12 over x squared plus 9 minus 9. So I get another equation is 3 over x minus 2 over x minus 3 plus 12 over x squared minus 9, and then give me 0. And to solve something like that, I said we have to find the least common denominator. But first of all, we have to find the least common denominator for the first two fractions, for this one and this one. Then I get one fraction plus the second fraction. Now, after that, we have to find the least common denominator for both of the fraction, and they give me 0. Then I solve this types of equation. So again, I have to find the least common denominator between for this two equation. Sorry. Okay. The connection is bad. How is my sound? Is clear?
Yes.
Okay.
It's much better now.
Okay, let's go back again to the example. So the example is 3 over x minus 2 over x minus 3. Then I subtract, I add for both sides 12 over x squared minus 9 equals 0. Equals 0.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So now we have to find the least common denominator between the first two fractions. So first things, we have to factor the denominator for the first fraction, and we have to factor the denominator for the second fraction. So the factor of x is, what is the factor for x? What is the factor for the denominator for the first fraction? Is x. Why? Because it's already factored. We cannot factor it more. The factor of x minus 3 is, what is the factor?
Okay, I tried.
Is already factored. We cannot factor it more. So x minus 3. Now we go back to the here to the pink parentheses, we multiply this fraction for like numerator and denominator for the factor for x minus 3. So multiply here by x minus 3 times x minus 3. And for the second fraction, we multiply the factor for x. So the factor of x is x. So we multiply the both side by this x. Okay. So we multiply this one here by x and here by x. So now we get 3 times so now we get 3 times this fraction minus 2 times this term times x. The denominator are equal. X times x minus 3 and x minus 3 times x, both of them are equal. So this is mean by using the property a over c, if the denominator are x minus 3 minus 2 times x. Okay. Plus this one, 12 over x squared minus 9 equals 0. Let's simplifying the numerator for this fraction by multiplying 3 inside the parentheses, and we subtract it. Well, we simplify it. So I get here 3x. So I get here 3x because 3 times x and 3 times 3 minus 9.
Wait, so I have a question. Um, I thought you was gonna be able to cross out x.
X times 3 plus x squared minus 9 equals 0. What I get here? What I get here? 3x minus 2x is x minus the number minus 9 over x times x minus 3 plus x squared minus 9 over 12 equals 0. Now, next step, we have to find the least common denominator between this fraction and this fraction. Between this fraction and this fraction. Okay, let's do it here in this page. I'm going to do it here. So we have to factor again the denominator for this one and factor the denominator for this one. What is the factor for the first fraction? So the factor for this one is factored, x times x minus 3. So the factor, here we have to find again the least common denominator. The factor of x is already factored, is the same, is x times x minus 3. We cannot factor it more. What is the factor for the second one?
X plus 3.
Yeah, it's difference of square. Yes, exactly. X plus 3 times x minus 3. Now it's called the least common denominator. This is mean we have to cancel whatever is similar between the both of like the factoring of the denominator. So here we have x minus 3 and here we have x minus 3. So this one cancel with this one. Okay. But here we don't have anything any similar between the two factors for the first one. Is x minus 3. So now we multiply this fraction by the factor for the second one is x plus 3. And we multiply this one by the factor of this fraction is only x. So go back again, we multiply this one here by x plus 3 here times x plus 3. We multiply this one by only x, by x, by x. So what I have now, I have one fraction because here the denominator are equal. X times x minus 3 times x plus 3 is the same as x squared minus 9 times x. The both of the denominator now is equal. So I make one fraction. So I get one fraction only. I'm going to choose this one because both of them are similar. This one, the denominator is similar to this one. So I get x squared minus 9 times x, the denominator, and this is equal 0. Now I have here in the numerator for the first fraction, x minus 9 times x plus 3, and I have here plus 12x. Now let's simplify the numerator in this fraction by distributing the x to this parentheses, and the same things for the 9. And the same things for the 9. For this and for the 3. So what I get here, the same, I keep it the same things, times x equals 0. What I have now, x times x is x times x, what is it? So here is
squared.
x squared, yes. X times 3 is
6x minus 27.
okay, you do it okay, so you multiply the 3 and you subtract the 9x. Okay, let's do it step by step. X times 3 is 3x. Minus 9 times x is minus 9x. Minus 9 times 3 is minus 827. Plus 12x. Again, we know we have to simplify all the denominator in this fraction. I have x squared plus 3 minus 9 plus 12 is 9 minus 9 is minus 6 plus 12 is plus 6 x minus 27 over this things, x times x squared minus 9 equals 0. So after, look, fraction minus a fraction plus fraction, I get one fraction. This is what I need. Now, to solve something like that, is mean numerator mean x squared plus 6x minus 27 equals 0. So this is what I have to solve now. I have to solve this quadratic equation equals 0. So this is mean here x squared plus 6x 7 equals 0. How to solve this quadratic equation? Make sense? Okay, let's now solving this quadratic equation. Now x squared plus 6x minus 27 equals 0. How we can solve the quadratic equation? How we can solve this quadratic
Factoring.
equation? What's that? What is it?
By factoring.
Factoring. Okay, perfect. So how we can factor these things?
So 3 times 9 is 27, and
Okay.
3 plus 6, 3 plus 9, 3 minus 9 is
Minus 9. Okay.
6.
So if I choose the
Six.
positive 9 and minus 3.
Yeah, no, it's going to be x plus 3, x plus 9. Parentheses, x.
9, yes. So he said x plus 3 times x. She said x plus 3.
No, x minus 3.
Oh, minus 3. Okay. So here x minus 3 times x plus 9. Let's check. Minus 3 times 9 is minus 27. Add 9 minus 3 is plus 6, positive 6. So this is the factor for this quadratic equation, equals 0. Now, by using the zero product form property, again, it says A, B equals 0. This means A equals 0 or B equals 0. So the same thing is here. First one equals 0 or the second one equals 0. So this is mean A equals 0, so x minus 3 equals 0 or x plus 9 equals 0. Equal it. So this is my two solution. Now I have to check this solution is work or not work. I mean, I have to plug these things inside this equation, my original equation. I have to check. I have to plug the answer inside the original equation, inside this one. So my original equation, now we have to check the answer. So I have to plug the 3 inside the original equation, and we have to plug the x equal minus 9 inside the original equation. Okay, let's do it. Do x equal 3. So my original equation is 3 over x. 3 over x minus 2 over x minus 3 plus 12 over x squared minus 9 equals 0. So plug it, they are working or not. So first, so when I plug the x equal 3 over 3, I get 3 over 3 minus 2 over 3 minus 3. Oh, I get 0 here. Plus 12 over 3 squared minus 9 is 9 minus 9. And this is not working. Why? So here we stop. This is not a solution. So it's not a solution. X equal 3 is not a solution. Why? Because 3 over 3 is 1 minus 2 over 0. 2 over 0 is undefined. Now we're going to check x equal minus 9. I'm going to check here. Check for x equal minus 9. Again, you plug it inside the original formula. This one. So 3 over 9 minus 9 minus 2 over minus 9 minus 3 plus 12 over minus 9 squared is 81 minus 9. 3 over minus 9 is, this is give me 3 over minus 9 is minus, we simplified 3 by 3, 1 over 3 minus 2 over minus 9 minus 3 is minus 12. I will send this minus to here. I keep it plus. This thing's here. Can't make it plus. Plus 12 over 81 minus 9 is 72. Okay, equals 0. So I get minus 1 over 3 plus 2 over 12. 2 over 12 is 1 over 6. I can simplify here. The 2 with the 12 is 1 over 6 plus 12 over, I can simplify these things again. 72. So I keep it the same things, 12 over 72. So after I solve this fraction, they're gonna give me 0. And this is mean it's a solution for this fraction. Okay, so this is mean it's a solution for the fraction. So my only solution is x minus 3. So the only solution for these things, no, solution is only x equal minus 3, minus 9. This is my only solution for this equation. So here it's true, here it's not a solution. Anyone has a question? Any questions so far? How to solve other types of equation? Okay, let's give you another types of equations. Now expressions. So let me give you example for these things. It says, hold on, we did the fraction expression. We're going to go over involving fraction expression. We go over radicals expression. So the example is solve 2x equal 1 minus square root of 2 minus x. How we can starting solving radical like this? What we have to do? How we can start solving these things? Any idea?
Subtract 2x from both sides.
Okay, another idea. Anyone has any idea? One said subtract 2x from this side to this side. Anyone has another idea?
Would you subtract the 1 first from both sides and then square both sides to get rid of the square root?
Okay. Yes, this is more correct. Why? Because when I see something like that, I try to make the radicals in one side and everything in the other side. So here I try to make the radical in one side and everything else in the other side. Why? Because I can square the radical and I cancel the radical with the square. So when I see radicals, first things I have, like I said, I have to make the radical on one side. So here I have to subtract the 1 from both sides. When I subtract the 1 from this side, I cancel the 1. I get now 2x minus 1 equal minus square root of 2 minus x. Now I get radical one side and everything in the other side. Now to cancel this radical, how to remove it, I have to like squaring both sides. I have to square the both side. So take the square root of this side, take the square root of this side. So the square things for these things by using the property says, let me remind you again, a minus b, everything square. This is equal the first one square minus 2 times the first term times the second term plus the second term square. Same things here. So the first one square is 4x squared minus 2 times the first one 2x times the second one is 1. Or I can here put positive plus minus 1 plus the second one square. So look here, the b without the sign, okay? So now equal, again here I square this side, here I have minus, the minus square is positive, I get positive. The radical with the square is cancelling each other. So I get 2 minus x. Here I don't have to write the positive, so I can like remove it. Simplifying these things, I get 4x squared minus 2 times 2 is 4. How can I solve this quadratic equation? Quadratic equation. How can I solve this quadratic equation? So best things here, I have to make everything in one side and the other side equals 0. So I subtract 2 and I add x for both sides. I subtract 2 and I add x for both sides. So this is cancelled here. So here everything cancelled. So what I get here, 4x square minus 4x plus x is minus 3x plus 1 minus 2 is minus 1 equals 0. Now I have quadratic equation by using the trial and the error as we learned before. Going to solve this quadratic equation, or by using the quadratic formula we can solve this equation. And for these things, what is the factor for this equation? I have to open two parentheses equals 0, and we have to factor this one by using the idea for share and the error by before. Who will give me the answer direct?
4x plus 1, x minus 1.
4x plus 1 and what?
X minus 1.
X minus 1. So this is the factor for these things. By learning before, we have to factor the 4, we have to factor the -1, and we have to check by the trial and error. So this is the factor for this quadratic equation for x plus 1 and x minus 1. Now, how we can solve these things? By using the product formula, 0 product formula property says again AB equals 0. This means A equals 0 or B equals 0. So the same things here now for x plus 1 equals 0 or x minus 1 equals 0. And we're solving the linear equation. So for x plus 1 equals 0 or x minus 1 equals 0. How we can solve this linear equation?
You subtract 1 from both sides and then divide by 4.
Yes, exactly. So for x, 1 minus 1 is 0, equal minus 1. Divide by 4 for both sides, I get x equal minus 1 over 4. Second one, it's simple. We adjust for 1 for both sides. So I get x equal 1. So this is the first one, first solution. And this is my second solution. Now I have to check again. I have to check this is my solution or not. So I got two solutions, but I have to check first they are a solution by plugging this number inside this equation and this number inside this equation. Okay, let's check it. So here, check for, I'm going to start for x equal 1. Now plug these things inside this equation here. So 2x, my equation is 2x equal 1 minus square root of 2 minus x. So 2 times 1 equal 1 minus square root of 2 minus 1. 2 times 1 is 2 equal 1 minus square root of 2 minus 1 is 1. So I get here 2 equals 0 and the 2 not equal to 0. So this is not a solution. So x equal 1 is not a solution because 2 not equal 0. The left hand side is not the same as the right hand side. So this is not a solution here. So x here is not a solution, x equal 1. Okay? You plug the 1, you check the right hand side and the left hand side. The left hand side 2 times 1 is 2 and 1 minus 2 times 1 is 1. The square root of 1 is 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So 2 is not equal 0. So this is not a solution. Now you check for x equal 1 minus 1 over 4. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Check for x equal minus 1 over 4. Again, my equation is 2 times x 2x equal 1 minus square root of equal 1 minus square root of 2 minus x. You plug the minus 1 over 4 inside this equation, so I get 2 times minus 1 over 4 equal 1 minus square root of 2 minus minus is positive 1 over 4. So 2 times 1 over 4 here it's negative. 2 cancel with 4, they give me 1 over 2 equal 1 minus 2 plus 1 over 4 is 8. Cross multiply. 2 times 8, 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 over 4. So minus 1 over 2 equal 1 minus square root of 9 over 4. So the radical, we can distribute it to the numerator and the denominator here. So I get minus 1 over 4 equal 1 minus square root of 9 over square root of 4. Again, square root of 9 is 3, square root of 4 is 2. 1 minus 3 over 2 is minus 1 half. So I get here minus 1 half equal minus 1 half. So this is mean x equal minus 1 over 4 is the solution. So this is true here. So this is solution. So my solution is only x equal minus 1 over 4. Okay, any questions so far for this example? Anyone has a question? How to check the answer? So we have to check, is the left hand side equal the right hand side? If they are correct, so this is my solution. If they are not equal, so this is not a solution. Okay, by this example, we end this section. So this section is finished. So now we finish all types of equation. 1.4. So now we finish P8 and 1.4. And 1.6. All types of equation. Okay. This is 1.6, yes. So now let's go back to 1.9. I mean like 1.1. Is the coordinate plane and the graph of equations. So the exam will be after we finish 1.1 and 1.2. It will be like, I think, next week or after. It depends. After we finish 1.1 and 1.2, first exam will be, I will post the exam on the Blackboard. One point one. So now 1.1 is the coordinate plane. Graph coordinate plane. So we have to know the points in the plane can be made the coordinate plane. This point will be like an order pairs. So I can define here the coordinate plane as like a perpendicular line perpendicular real line that intersect at 0 at the point O is called 0, 0 on each line. So if I have like perpendicular line like this, I have the first line, second line, both of them are perpendicular. Both of these two lines are intersect at this point here. This point I call it as O, or is called origin. I can define this point as order pair 0, 0. This line is called the x-axis. This line here is called the y-axis. Any point inside this plane will be like appear as order pair. So any point here, for example, be as a comma b. The a is a number from the x-axis. B is a number from the y-axis. So this is my a. And this is my b. So again here, a comma b is an order pair such that a here is called the x coordinate. The b here is called the y coordinate. Okay. The two lines, the x-axis and the y-axis, divide the plane into 4 quadrants. The first quadrant here, this is my first quadrant. This is my second quadrant. This is the third one. This is the fourth quadrant. Okay. Uh, this is what you have to know about this section. What else? Second things we have to know the formula for the distance between any 2 points and the midpoint between any 2 points. So my midterm exam will be not, I think, maybe next week or after. So maybe next week, the midterm, or after. And more probably will be after the next week. The exam will cover all the previous section we finished. All the previous sections we already finished. Until 1.3. Yes, it will be in the web sign. So let's go back again to the graph of an equation. So the graph 1.2, the graph of an equation. So in this section, we have to learn how to graph any equation by using the plotting point. So first of all, let me define what is the meaning of a graph of equation. So it is a curve by plotting many points as we can. Then we connect this point by smooth curve. So it's a point, and then we connect this point by a curve. Let me give you example for this. The question is a sketch of an equation. Two x minus y equal 3. How we can graph this equation? First of all, we have to solve this equation in terms of y. We have to make this equation y equal something. So how can we make this equation y equal something? What we have to do? How can we make this equation equal y equal something? What we have to do? So my equation is 2x minus y equal 3. To make this equation equal y equal 3, we move the y to this side and we move the 3 to this side. Or we can subtract the 2x to this side, then we divide all the equation by minus. Okay, let me do the easiest one. Move this one to this side by adding y for both sides. So I add y here plus y. Now I get 2x equal y plus 3. Then I subtract the 3 from both sides. Y to move it to this side. So I subtract the 3 from both sides. Minus 3 minus 3. I get y equal 2x minus 3. This is the first step. Second step, we have to choose a point and we have to make a table. So x, y equal 2x minus 3 and the point x comma y. We have to make a table. Okay. So which point you want to choose here? Which point would you like to choose? Which point would you like to choose? Okay, let me choose the number from me. I'm going to use minus 1, 0, 1, and 2. This point I'm going to choose. So you plug these numbers inside the formula. 2 times minus 1 minus 3. What you get? 2 minus 1 is minus 2. Minus 3 is minus 5. So first one is minus 1 comma minus 5. You plug the 0 inside the formula. 2 times 0 minus 3. You get minus 3. So the point is 0 comma minus 3. Same things for 1. 2 times 1 minus 3. You get 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So the point is 1 comma minus 1. Same things for 2. 2 times 2 minus 3. You get 4 minus 3 is 1. So here the point is 2 comma 1. Now we draw the xy coordinate. So this is my x-axis. This is my y-axis. And we put this point inside the plane. So I have minus 1 and minus 5. Gonna be like here, minus 1 and minus 5. It would be like here. 0 and minus 3. Here is 0 and minus 3. 1 and minus 1. Here I have 1 and minus 1, like around here. 0 and minus 3. 1 and minus 1. 1 and minus 3 is minus 1. So the point is 0 comma 1. Now we draw the xy coordinate. So I have minus 1 and minus 1 like around here. and 2 and 1. This is 2 and 1 here. So now we draw a curve that pass all this point. So it's gonna be like this, like close to this. It will be like a line. Yeah, let me move this point a little bit here, about here, and I erase this one. So this is, for example, my -1 and a -5. So this is my graph for this equation. I'm going to stop until here today, and next time I'm going to give you more examples. Any questions so far? How many points should we get before we graph the line? Whatever, 4 point, 5 point, 6 point, whatever, like, yeah, like you have to, like, minimum 4 points, 5 points to draw the line. Any questions so far? Okay, I'll stop the recording for this class.